we are doing our road to 1,000 subscriber, and we are so close, dude. Finally hit that 900 mark.
We're in the final leg, yeah.
We're in the final stretch here, man. I really want to get rid of these figures. I don't want them in my house anymore. Take them away. So make sure you guys are commenting down your pick of the weeks down below. John's going to tell you all the details. Here we go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Collecting Brothers. We're talking toys, rounding up all the action figure news. I'm excited about this week. It was kind of an interesting week. Mainly, big show from Tashami Nations. They had their convention show, lots of really cool reveals. I was excited, and I was like kind of worried too, because like a lot of people were posting pictures about it, and we tend to kind of just focus more on official releases. But slowly, Tamashi Nation started posting them, so I was like, okay, we're good. So I can actually talk about them this week. Yeah, no, it's super exciting. So come with us now on a journey through plastic and blue. First up, from our friends over at NECA, a very lovely figure. We are getting a Thanksgiving NECA 7-inch scale figure for $35. This is the new movie that's like literally coming out this weekend, I think, specific to Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's a new movie?
It's a brand new movie, yeah.
There was a movie called Thanksgiving already.
Well, there's one where it's like about a turkey who goes crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's called Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The turkey where he kills everybody, that movie's called Thanksgiving.
Okay, maybe I'm saying this name wrong then.
No, I bet it's the same, because this one I saw is like going to theaters. The original Thanksgiving about the turkey was like this low budget kind of horror movie that like never went to theaters.
Yeah. Okay.
This one.
Sorry. So yeah, this one's called Thanksgiving. It is. This one's just called Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I know Thanksgiving. This is not Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Thanksgiving is the turkey that goes crazy. So this one's just being called Thanksgiving, probably because that Thanksgiving was already taken.
Yeah, exactly.
But directed by Eli Roth, which is Bear Jew from Inglourious Bastards. Great director. I love his taste in horror. But yeah, I don't know. This is kind of cool that NECA's already got the figure out. Of course, he's a pilgrim, and he goes around.
Shakespeare head sculpt, good.
He goes around killing people on Thanksgiving. But yeah, no, I think it's good.
Once again, another NECA figure, just like in a guy in a jumpsuit. Like they keep coming out with these figures with guys in jumpsuits, and honestly, it's not NECA's strong suit. I will say that they're not good at doing these jumpsuits.
I mean, I guess that's just the slasher outfit, regardless of whatever slasher you are, just put a jumpsuit on. Easiest thing to clean. Yeah, it is like kind of chunkier, and the folds don't always lay right in different places.
Yeah, and that's how like all of NECAs are. Like it's crazy how like they do so many of these and they just suck at it. Especially, I think the problem is with the diaper and the crotch piece. It makes the legs bow out and just not lay right. Yeah,
big gappage there in the legs for sure. But yeah, thanks. I think it's great that they're able to get this out in time prior to the movie, just to kind of go off that hype for sure. And you get 3 different head sculpts. Like you get like a sad one, regular one, creepy one.
I think they're just maybe masks, right? You think, or the head sculpts?
They're masks. They're masks for sure. I think they're masks. You just kind of click them in or something. Yeah, $35 for the Thanksgiving slasher man. All right, let's jump over to McFarlane. Not necessarily toy news, because this figure has already been revealed, but I think just something cool that Todd does. I mean, Todd is the mad genius, right? He's not everything he does works, or not everything he does plays out, but he's always trying to push that envelope.
Sure.
Always trying to do things. And really cool here, there was a Batman and Robin #3 that just came out, but it featured one of the variant covers for the comic featured this picture of the DC Multiverse figure on the cover. So I think that's cool that he's able to get his figures on the cover of actual comic books.
Sick. Yeah, that is cool.
Shout out to Todd for that variant cover. All right, next up, Todd also announced I think wave 3 of the Demon Slayer figures. We're finally getting a Inosuke in that 7-inch scale, which I'm personally excited for. And we'll get to the rest of these here. But Inosuke, the boar's head guy.
It looks good, especially because there's no face sculpt.
That's just
very good.
Yeah, that's just what we were going to get into here in a little.
Yeah, and a lot of people kind of were like saying, "Oh, it's like so much. This wave 3 sucks compared to the Figmas and the other things." It's like, how are you even going to compare those two things when like one's like quadruple the price?
Right.
It's
one's
like,
an import.
Yeah, like for $25, this is a good Inosuke.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a good Inosuke. let's get into our next friend here. We have Rengoku, $25 as well. And by golly, dude, I don't know what's going on.
No, it's good. This one's good.
I don't like the eyes. Like the eyes just seem so flat.
No, this one's good. This one is good. Looks just like from the anime. I think executed this one perfectly too. Like articulation looks good, sculpt looks good, likeness is good. I especially like how little the chin is, just like from the anime. It might look weird, but that's also kind of Demon Slayer has a kind of unique art style compared to like their other animes. You know, this one I think I approve of.
And then finally, to round out the wave here, we are getting Tanjiro for $25 as well. And this is like in a more battle version.
Yeah. I respect him trying to do that effect piece because like that's how it kind of looks from the anime, but it looks bad. I respect the effort, but the effect piece is terrible. And then this one, the face is terrible. Something about the eyes is not like how it looks in the anime. And maybe it's not that they're too big because that's how they are. I think they're too close together. This one's still bad. Tanjiro's still bad.
I am digging this Inosuke figure mainly because it is not a face sculpt. That's just how I feel about it.
And also too because he's not wearing any robes. Like it just looks like it's going to pose very well. It's going to be a fun toy to have. Whereas, you know, not Todd's fault. It's just the nature of the beast. A lot of the Demon Slayer figures have very intricate robes, and it's just not going to play out well in action figure form. And
like really baggy too, which is hard to like translate in action figure form without, you know, different pieces or overlays. If you do a chunk of plastic, it's going to have to lay a certain way.
Yeah.
It is.
It's getting better. I am impressed with the Rengoku. I think it looks good for $25.
There's that wave 3 for Demon Slayer for McFarlane. Next up, we got Target exclusive, a DC Classic Red Tornado. I'm a big fan of the Young Justice show, and so to get a cool classic Red Tornado, I think this looks great to me. Yeah, you know, there's like a plastic cape, whatever, but look how shiny the Red Tornado is. I mean, it is just a simple thing, but you also get an effects piece, which is, I think, awesome.
Yeah, overall, a great release. I started to like, too, when we just get kind of clean figures and sculpt doesn't get in the way, and he's got like a airbender going thing, a golden airbender thing going on. That's kind of funny.
The arrow on top, yeah. And of course it's red, so Target loves it. Let's get it as a Target exclusive.
Nice.
Yeah, no, Red Tornado classic. I do like the classics that they're releasing here, just kind of like the definitive editions. Red Tornado might not be like the most popular, but he is part of the team. So we'll to get him. And then just a quick update from these that we talked about yesterday. Last week, you know, Captain Carrot, the Superman with Crypto, and the Green Lantern Batman. Todd is doing a chase variant on these figures. The first one here is Captain Carrot, but with ungloved arms and the brown. It's like a brown and white rabbit instead of a white rabbit. And he also comes with pupils in his eyes. So it's just a variant chase that he's doing. Same figure. The coloring is different if you look at his chest plate here. This is like a red with a yellow C and the orange carrots. Here we have a yellow shield thing with only the carrot behind the C painted, which I don't understand why you don't just paint the carrots as well. I don't know. I think the color change is enough, but keep the orange carrot. It's orange.
Something I'm noticing too is because we didn't really see this in the first release, is that has toe articulation. I think that's really cool for this buddy type, rabbit type of character. That's going to be sick.
Yeah. The other chase figures for this wave here is, I guess, a green variant of that Superman, but just a better look at that Crypto dog as well. This little statue with that cloth cape. I think that's great. But like, yeah, just kryptonite version, or people have been saying like hulked out version of Superman. Interesting chase. And last up, a fully translucent Green Lantern Batman, like almost like a Green Lantern construct, right? Something that came out of the Green Lantern series.
Yeah, exactly.
I think out of all the three, I do like this one the most as the chase. Now, I do like Captain Carrot, but I think the color scheme works better like this. Just my personal thoughts.
Yeah, one thing I think I love the idea of chases, even though people might say, "Oh, it's like they get frustrated because they can't collect them all."
Right.
But I think it's a cool idea just to make little variations. The one thing I will say with the rabbit, I think the issue is that the face is still white, because that's how rabbits are, right? Some rabbits have like their two colors, and it's brown. I think it would have been better if he went either all brown or even like an all black rabbit. Would have been sick, because there's just not enough differentiation between this and the variant, I think. Because it's even hard to tell, right? Especially with the white face. Yeah. It's like, what the heck, does he wear brown gloves on? And then you realize, oh, his ears are brown too.
Right. Yeah, it did take a second look at it too.
Yeah, exactly. There's just not enough differentiation between them two.
Another thing too is like this one, the variant will have pupils, and the other one just have white pupils, whited out pupils. I feel like the whited out pupils just work better for like a masked face. Just me. This one is just fun, I think.
It's just funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny looking.
And I think this Batman would be the best to find.
Yeah, everybody loves translucent figures. Who doesn't love translucent? You know?
And that lime green, can't beat it. Let us know down below what you guys is in regards to this chase. Do you like chases? Do you like not being able to collect those? And what are your thoughts on these chases right here? I think the Batman one's the coolest one. Let us know down below. All right, some more here. We got another Target exclusive. We're getting Animal Man. This is his look from the Human Zoo series. Just again, like you were saying, clean bodies, just simple, spandex outfits. But I do like the head sculpt there. I kind of like the goggles that he has going on there with that gold or maybe potentially orange trim.
It looks cool, and that tricked out, disgusting looking hand looks awesome.
He's like transforming or something, yeah. But yeah, there's Animal Man. Next up, King Spawn. And of course, this is from the King Spawn comic books that are going on right now. And this Spawn looks cool. This one's going to be $50. He's got the Redeemer wings. He's more of a slender build in regards to the Spawn that we're mostly seeing. But he comes loaded with weapons, which I love, of course, anytime those are out. $50 is kind of a deluxe figure. And he also comes with little like Spawn demons, little hellions coming around.
That's sick. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The $50 is worth it just for those little demons. Holy crap. I love those things.
Yeah, I think they're really cool. Great little accessory for this King Spawn. And I do dig this look. I mean, it's a very classic look for Spawn, just kind of...
Just the head sculpt's kind of different, yeah.
Yeah, different in certain areas. And the cape, like he doesn't have, the cape.
That's true. And the cowl.
So his shoulders kind of change. But yeah, not too bad for $50, man, on that exclusive. Here's everything you're getting with him. Again, like I said, just loaded with those McFarlane guns. Speaking of which, my pre-order for their weapons pack came through, so that should be getting that soon. I'm excited to get those accessories out. But yeah, there's old King Spawn. All right, let's jump over to Diamond Select. Just a couple things real quick. They are continuing, I feel, kind of quickly, mainly because probably the season 2 of this show is out, but they're coming out with some more Invincible figures. We are getting Rexplode. He's one of the the good guys, and we are also getting one half of the Mauler twins. The Mauler twins are like these two like big hulking guys, but they're also like super smart. But they're always battling each other because they're like, "Who's the clone? Did you clone me, or am I clone of you?" And it's just like this whole little gimmick that they have. They're like villains, but not like the best super villains. Kind of like B tier.
They gotta check under the lip. Check the dots. Check the dots. Check the dots.
How many times were you cloned?
Exactly. No, you're right. I'm actually really surprised by Diamond Select that this is happening this quickly when we just got, what did we get?
Monster Girl.
Guy. Yeah, Monster Girl.
Yeah.
Because we just got like Mr. Fantastic and Mrs. Fantastic kind of just are getting released in stores now.
Right.
The thing was released maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I kid you not, that thing was released when I first started collecting like Marvel Legends figures. That's how long it took for them to finally complete the Fantastic Four team. So yeah, this is way fast for Diamond.
Yeah, and honestly, it could be that it's just like the source material is just a little bit simpler, so potentially they can get them out quicker. I don't know.
But they're still all unique sculpts. That's the thing.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, there is like less texture to them. That's for sure.
Yeah, but $30 each. One interesting thing they did specifically say it's like one half of the Mauler twins. So does that mean they're going to release the other half later, or are they expecting you to buy 2 of these to do both the twins? We'll see. All right, and then next up, this was kind of interesting. They released a Jean-Claude Van Damme in blue gi. Like, not necessarily specific to any source material. In the description, they just said, from his famous movies. It's just like, okay, fair enough. Van Damme's usually, fighting somebody in a gi.
That's sick. Just Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's crazy.
Yeah. So $30 for this figure. It is that Diamond Select standard there. But yeah, just kind of interesting. Nothing exactly what they pulled from. Just Jean-Claude Van Damme. You just gotta make sure you can do the splits though, right?
I hope there's at least an extra head sculpt with him not screaming. I hope.
I'm not sure, but
We'll see.
Hopefully they give us something else, right? Because it usually Diamond adds a little something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see though. All right, let's jump over to SH Figuarts. This is the big chunk of our show, friends. It's big. First up, we are getting this Son Gohan. This is from the Cell Saga. They're calling it the Warrior Beyond Goku, right? So I think he looks great though. He's got, Piccolo's weighted cape and stuff. $47 for this. It's the new version, right? It's an updated
Cloth and wire too?
Yeah.
What the heck? This is the first time SH Figuarts has ever done a cloth wired cape in the history of DBZ SH Figuarts.
They're stepping it up.
They are. That's phenomenal.
That's true though, yeah.
This is something that I mentioned in a previous episode when I told you about Figma, how I was seeing a lot more soft goods with Figmas, and I just feel like maybe they're like, Figuarts is like, hey, we got to get on that too. You know,
we got to step it up for sure. Yeah, because like I love the updated Piccolo that I have, but that cape, it's literally broken up into 3 pieces, and it's like the noisiest, clankiest thing. It would have just done better with a cloth good wire cape. So not bad here for
so
that
sick.
Son Goku here. Or Gohan, sorry, excuse me, Gohan. And of course that can all become off so he can fully fight and defeat Cell.
Yeah, and I love that they're like redoing basically like waves 1 through 4 or 1 through 5, the initial Dragon Ball Z waves, just because those figures had 1 point, like what SH Figuarts called 1 point articulation, where we are actually on 3.0 articulation, their 3.0 articulation scheme. So for them, like, this is a vast difference, especially in the crotch piece area, the way it can swivel within the thighs and the crotch. Yeah. Like, I'm just glad that they're hitting back on those 1.0s, not only because people can get a figure that is rare now because it was such an old wave, but then like veteran collectors can get an updated version, which is 10 times better.
Which is better, yeah. They do a good job on those, man. I love the knee joints look really good. Yeah, there's some gappage there, but like to keep the silhouette of a fully baggy pant, I think it looks good. It does look good.
Yeah, because if you look at the original one, here's the original one. There's no cap. There's no in-between cap that hides that, because look how atrocious that is.
It's just a big old joint. It's got that middle part, where it kind of keeps the shape, keeps the silhouette of the knee. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, shout out to SH Figuarts for keeping it on and improving.
Super exciting.
Yeah,
that the wire cloth, that's crazy. Man. Implement that into the Naruto line.
All right, speaking of Naruto, we're getting a battle scarred edition of just the base Naruto from Shippuden with the Rasengan.
There we go, Michael B. Jordan. Put in the clip.
Is Naruto Shippuden. Been a fan of it.
But we are getting Rasengan effects that are different that we haven't gotten before. Like this one's a little different. Like,
yeah. So what it is, and I think they executed it phenomenally. Like, so. When Naruto kind of initially learns Rasengan, it's the first one, right? It's little, and then as he gets older, as it progresses, he infuses more chakra in it, and then it like gets bigger, right? So it's just like the bigger iteration of Rasengan.
Yeah,
and it looks exactly like it does in the anime.
That's good.
I think they did good.
Yeah, they did a great job there. And I mean, we have seen this figure before, but it is just a little bit battle damage, right? There's a little scuffed up everywhere, which is, I think, fine.
Yeah, there's no new sculpt. It's just a black spray, right? It's just a black spray to make him dirty. But I don't think it's a bad thing because you always need more Narutos.
Yeah, because of Shadow Clone Jutsu, you can have as many variations, right?
Yeah, and as long as like they're including, there's new faceplates in here and that new accessory, it's worth it.
Definitely cool. All right, next up, they are giving us some more figures from the Naruto 99 poster that they are saying they released there. We're getting Sakura here, and I don't know, dude. It's so cool to see more and more Naruto figures coming out.
Yeah, I love it, and I love that they kind of found an avenue to reuse these figures to get more money, to make more new characters. That's what this is, right? This is the Figuarts team saying, how can we reuse our molds? Because we're making unique molds for every character, but like literally their costume does not change for the entire anime, right? Like not much. Like until the war arc, like their costume doesn't change. And so to do this kind of, art style, you get unique head sculpt, unique faceplate, plus the weapons to recreate that. Recoup my money. I'll get them all. Recoup the money.
But along with Sakura, we're also getting the Yellow Flash himself. And he looks amazing.
And technically, this is an all new figure because like Sakura was a part of the reboot wave, right? We never got her in the initial figures, whereas Minato was part of the initial release, like the initial figures when the Naruto line failed. And so this is an updated version of that figure.
That's cool.
So it's an all new sculpt. It's using the brand new articulation scheme, the 3.0 Figuarts articulation scheme.
That's good to hear. Yeah. No, I think this is great. I couldn't ask for anything more for this. I can't wait to get the rest of them. Honestly, everyone's on that poster, dude.
Yeah, it would make it. Yeah, and you know what? That's so sick because that means that they have to make those in just regular form. Like that means Shikamaru's in development. Rock Lee, like updated Rock Lee's in development. My God, everybody's like Kiba's in development. That means that's in development because there's no way they're not going to complete at least the Naruto 99 poster.
Yeah,
right.
At
There's
least.
No way.
At their minimum, they have to give us the poster.
So thank you, God. Thank you.
Thank the action figure gods.
They smiled upon us.
All right, and then another reveal here. This is from One Piece. I don't know how to say this. Eustace. Okay, kid. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure, but Eustace the Kid here. Just some One Piece action figure here.
Yep, from the raid on Onigashima arc.
Okay. Cool. I'm sure One Piece fans will be excited to get more figures for their display.
Yeah, it looks phenomenal too. Like, I haven't watched the One Piece anime, but just seeing these figures makes me want to go watch that anime.
Go watch it. They are some very creative and very unique figures or characters. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So
unique characters, and I also think they have one of the uniquest art styles. Like it's even more exaggerated than most animes, right? They have like a very exaggerated proportions and just art style in general. Yeah, like which is nice.
Some of those people on that show are huge, like ungodly shoes, right?
Yeah.
So the scaling there is a little fun. All right, but yeah, there's One Piece figure Eustace the Kid. Next up here, now this is from a new shonen anime. I'm not sure if it was a manga before, but it is an anime that's kind of been released here called Undead Unluck. And I saw a trailer for it a while back, and it looked pretty exciting. This is kind of like a brawler at shonen. Just kind of people like have powers and they fight each other. I believe this one guy can like regenerate or come back to life. I'm not 100% unsure on that, as I only watched the trailer. But cool to get more shonen animes getting these SH Figuarts figures. Like they did Chainsaw Man, which is a newer anime, of course, and now Undead Unluck, the Andy figure here.
Yeah, honestly, I can honestly say that this is the peak era of SH Figuarts, where they're pumping out more than they've ever pumped out from me watching like them, right? Like it was usually few and far between releases, and they're just pumping these figures out from multiple different animes. Yeah, for sure. So kind of cool there. And that's not it. We're also getting this character here from Gundam, the Witches of Mercury. So again, an even more obscure anime. It's Gundam, and it's just this little sub show that's kind of been going on for a little bit. I'm more interested in the Hathaway series that we need to finish, but that's a different story. But yeah, just a character here, Ghoul. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. From the Witches from Mercury. I think again, just pumping out these figures, man. Across the board. And just high quality figures.
Yeah, it's exciting. Next up, this is some more from their convention, the show that they were at. Here is the Jason Momoa Aquaman from his second movie. SH Figuarts, of course. Yeah. We're still talking about that.
Yeah. And I think I would rather get the Mafex than this one just because Figuarts run 5.5 inches, which is okay for anime. But for, superheroes, it's not really good. And I think the Mafex Aquaman face sculpt, I think it beats down. I don't think this one's bad. I think it looks good.
Just Mafex is better.
Mafex is better. And then also, why does SH Figuarts feel the need to do a gold paint on hair? I have no clue why they do this. It's not just me. It's a lot of the action figure community have just said it looks bad. It's unnatural.
Yeah, it is kind of distracting there. All right. Yeah, there's Aquaman. Next up, we are getting Barry Allen from The Flash movie here in that new suit, the best suit that he gets. That's pretty good. Honestly, it looks good. I see Ezra underneath that mask, which is great. It's great. And yeah, I mean, looks good.
Looks phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited for this figure. Even though it's in that smaller scale, this figure looks crazy good. Even the amount of texturing that they got on there, that you know,
yeah, that's true.
I would think you would think, oh, they're just gonna make it smooth, but they got an insane amount of texturing on there, and I'm excited for this figure. I love that Flash movie.
Yeah. A little color mismatch from like I guess potentially plastic mismatch from the head sculpt to the body, but I mean, there is a lot of texturing in that suit. I'm only noticing that right now.
It's a mismatch, but I think it's accurate. Well,
because it's a different material.
You know what's funny about it? In the movie, it shouldn't be, right? Because it's part of that little suit on his wrist here.
Right.
But in the movie, it kind of looks like it's like a hard shell.
Yeah, like shinier. Yeah,
it's plastic. Like a shell with the actual fabric. So like logistically in the movie, I think it's supposed to be one, but actual material used in the movie, I think it's two different materials. Okay. Right? It has to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, no way is fabric gonna sit on the head like that. All right, but yeah, there's that Barry Allen Flash. Looks great. This is something I'm excited for. Hiya Toys has kind of been doing. This isn't Hiya Toys, but Hiya Toys has kind of picked up the license for the Rebel Moon, the new Zack Snyder movie that's going to be coming out to Netflix, or series. Or no, it's a movie. It's like a trilogy. But they were doing a smaller scale. They're 1/18th scale, and I was like, that sucks. But SH Figuarts is coming out and bringing up just a little bit bigger scale. We are getting Korra from Rebel Moon. And now, if you, I'm not sure if you know, but this is the movie that Zack Snyder was going to be making as like a Star Wars movie. But then, of course, that like it broke up. Lucasfilm pulled out, and Zack Snyder, screw it. We're already like have enough momentum. Let's just make our own movie. And they made a trilogy of these movies called Rebel Moon.
No, okay, I'm hyped. That sounds sick, especially because it's, as much as Zack Snyder gets hate, I think I like him because of how unique he is. Like he has unique style. Takes. He's not, he has a style. Not like you can tell it's a Zack Snyder thing, and I like when directors have a unique style that I can tell it's them. Like I can tell their work is from them. And the fact that it's going to be Star Wars-esque. Yeah. Come on, this is gonna be sick.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer, but there's literally a person. Okay, you have to watch the trailer, but there's literally a character that breaks open two swords, and they're lightsaber-esque. They're like literally glowing red. But so to move away from lightsaber, he just added like a smoke effect to them. But they're just moving like lightsabers. It looks cool. Like this is hard sci-fi, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Even looking at it now, it even looks like a Star Wars figure.
You see the Star Wars, right?
Yeah, the pistol,
you see the Star Wars,
the brown, the blues, like that's like the Han Solo color schemes, Luke Skywalker color schemes. Yeah. Looks sick.
So there's Korra, and that's not all. We're also getting this friend called Jimmy. But look at this, some type of sentient omnic, but like has the horns on him. Like looks so interesting, so intriguing. Just that interest in that sci-fi, like that robot-esque antiqueness. The old sci-fi, the old West.
Yeah, it looks good, and I like that. You don't want to look too close to Star Wars because it is your own original thing. So I like that the design of it looks very non-Star Wars. This figure looks very non-Star Wars. Like it doesn't look like from the Star Wars universe.
Right, yeah. And there's no droids that look like this. Very organic in the metals. Like there's very rounded.
Right, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks great. And I like that his name's Jimmy. I feel like that's just like his real name's just really hard to pronounce, so people are just going to change it to Jimmy.
That's so funny. That is funny. It's kind of like the Chappie thing where it's like almost endearing that like such a emotionless person has like a really human name.
Yeah.
Jimmy, get over here.
And this big old thing comes over running at you. All right, but yeah, that's the Rebel Moon figures, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited for the movie, and these figures got me excited even more.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this. I'm pumped now. That's crazy.
Go check out the trailer. It's sick. All right, next up, just some more pictures from that Captain Marvel that was announced or teased last week. We're getting that full image here from Tamashii Nations. And honestly, I mean, looking at it in hand, I guess you can call these pictures. The suit looks good. There's good texturing. There's different paint apps. There's gold tints. I don't know. I'm okay with this figure, man.
Suit looks good. I love the powered up face. I do think the depowered face does not look like Brie Larson. I think the eyes are too close together.
Okay. It also has that gold paint too.
Exactly. That is just why. Just no rhyme or reason. For no reason.
Like maybe in the depowered head it might make more sense, but why in the standard head?
Exactly. This is the same thing they did Luke Skywalker. Blonde hair, put gold on it.
Gold and blonde are very different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a good figure, but straight to clearance. Clearance, guys.
One thing I really do like is that a hang loose hand? Is that a hang
Yeah, it
loose?
is. It is. Cowabunga, baby.
Cowabunga for sure, Carol Danvers. But yeah, you get little effect pieces as well. So yeah, we'll see how this does.
Yeah, it looks like a good figure, but you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, just like the movie. Oh boy. All right, let's get into some more exciting news here. We got Spider-Punk from SH Figuarts, and honestly, like, I'm not seeing too much difference in regards to this and the Marvel Legends.
Is a very great point that you make. You're right. It looks almost the same plastic. You know, of course, there's gonna be difference between plastic quality, but it looks like the same plastic and like the same articulation, the same everything as a Marvel Legend. The only thing that can save it is it better come with that Hobie head.
Oof,
and I know Figuarts has been like
true.
Figuarts is becoming more and more cowardice when it comes to head sculpts, but they did it for Miguel, so that will be the saving grace. If they get a Hobie head, we'll see. That'll make or break it.
I feel like they should go for it because
they have to.
It's more animated.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's not. Yeah, it's like Hobie's.
It's easy.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be sick if they did.
No, they have to, because you're right. I think all collectors are going to say exactly what you just said. Like, why am I going to pay $80 when I can get the Legends for 20?
Right, 25. Yeah.
Yeah, but now they're $20. They're on sale, baby. Let's go.
That's true.
Some of them are even 17 right now.
Yeah, I did see that. All right, next up, a Stormtrooper remnant from the Mandalorian. They're down in the caves of Mandalore. And honestly, it's a cool look. I do like the Stormtrooper Mandalorian crossover that we get here.
What it is, actually, I have not seen season 3, but right off the gate, I can tell you what they took from. It's the Mandalorian Super Commando body with the Han Solo Patrol Stormtrooper mixed with sequel trilogy Sith Trooper. So the helmet is Patrol color scheme with Sith Trooper design, and the rest of the body is Mandalorian Super Commandos. So it looks like a sick design.
Yeah, I like this design for it. Yeah, I think it does look good. Actually, you know what? I did search up Super Commando when I was looking for this, but it's called the Stormtrooper Remnants because it's part of Moff Gideon stuff. You know,
it's cool.
Not only that, but we're also getting a bike, a speeder bike, and a Scout Trooper to go with these figures. They're calling it part of the Mandalorian line because they're in there. But yeah, just the Scout Trooper is my personal favorite troopers from the original trilogy, and to get a Scout bike, sick.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer, especially because they already released like a brown version, so they already have the sculpt for both of these, right? The only thing that's different is the color schemes for both figures. And the Hasbro release, because Hasbro did the same thing. They had the molds, they just reskinned it, but it was really hard to get. And so now you can get this. Yeah. And then the only thing I feel like it's missing that the Hasbro one had, and who knows, we don't know exactly what's going to come with this accessories-wise, but the Hasbro one came with the Baby Yoda and satchel to recreate the season 1 scene where he's punching him and
yeah. So and they are calling it part of the Mandalorian, right? They are saying it was from that. So we'll see what else comes out here. But they're also giving us just a regular Stormtrooper, part of that Mandalorian, where they're more, they're not being properly funded.
Remnant Stormtrooper.
The remnant stuff, right? They're kind of fading out. They're all banged up. They're not shinies. Yeah, just a remnant Stormtrooper.
Looks terrible. I'm so disappointed that they did not redo the Stormtrooper helmet. This is the old Stormtrooper helmet that everybody in the SH Figuarts Star Wars community complained about. It just looks terrible. Look at it closely, John. Tell me if you think it looks weird.
For me, it's oversized, and the bottom half of it is too thinned out.
Exactly.
It's too much. It looks like you're looking at it flat.
Exactly. And if you don't think, for how iconic a Stormtrooper helmet is, that it has to be 100% correct or else everybody's going to notice that it's off, you're crazy, dude. Everybody said this helmet was off, and the fact that they did not take the feedback and to redo the helmet, that's all we're asking. The body's fine. Just give us a new sculpt for the helmet.
Yeah, just resculpt it.
And this is a dud.
Big old miss on SH Figuarts there. Yeah, it is very wide.
It's weird. It's a weird shape.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over. It's not over, friends. Got more for us. If you're a fan of Elden Ring, you can finally go with Melina, Blade of Miquella. Now, if you know the guy his name is Let Me Solo Her, there's this guy who runs around with a pot on his head and underwear, and he always tries to fight Melina. like he's beaten her so cool. He's kind of famous, but it's kind of cool to get that iconic villain from Elden Ring, and also like kind of to counter Figma's Elden Ring, or I think they're doing Elden Ring too.
They are.
Or is it Dark Souls? I can't.
No, they are, and that's what I was going to talk about too. Just like I kind of just wish. Now I don't know if it's malicious that they're stepping on each other's toes, because kind of when I told you about the Berserk thing, where I just thought it was like that one was for sure I feel like malicious. I don't know if it's malicious or if they just like, hey, this is a really popular video game, there's a lot of money to be made, so it's just a smart business decision, and they're not really taking into account that Figma has done it as well. But yeah, there is kind of some double dipping, because I just saw too that Figuarts is picking up the Demon Slayer license as well. We haven't seen any official figures of it, but there has been an announcement that they picked up the Demon Slayer license, which Figma has basically already done the main cast.
Yeah, I wonder if it's maybe just like good competition. You know, we take it to like pure capitalism. Two companies doing the same thing. Whoever's better will win. Get the more money.
I think my gripe is just that I already know I'm going to get amazing quality from both companies. And so like I would just rather have more variety.
Yeah. I hear you.
Especially because it's like wasted efforts, because it's like I'm only going to get one version, and I'm fine with either.
Yeah. So like if you do have the Figma Demon Slayers, what drives you to pick up the SH Figuarts, right? There
exactly. So it's maybe not going to come down to capitalism so much, more so who comes out with it first. Because I already bought all the Figma Demon Slayers, I'm sadly not going to get the Figuarts unless it's like unless it's like a big improvement, right? But it's hard to beat Figma. I don't think it'll be that big of a difference.
I don't think so either. Especially with these two companies, right? Like they are kind of similar. I mean, at times, you know, so kind of interesting there. But yeah, bring it back here to our friend Alina here. She comes to Cloth Goods Cape, big old sword, just intricacy out the wazoo, man. I love it.
Oh yeah.
All right, next up, dude, I feel like it's Year of Berserk. I don't know what's going on, but we're getting SH Figuarts is feeding us right now with this Berserk stuff. We are getting Nosferatu Zod. Now it is his human form, which is still okay. Like when he's in his apostle form, he's like this big old minotaur. So
too expensive.
Yeah, I understand why not going there, but cool to get Nosferatu Zod at least in his human form, and just beautiful work here from SH Figuarts. And he is bigger, right? He's a bigger dude. So
and looks like this one will probably be more further out, because look at the arms. There's no articulation in them. The cuts are there, but it's a solid piece.
But it's just going to come up and down, huh?
Yep. Nothing moves in this figure. So this one definitely looks like it's a little bit of ways out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But just cool to see it, to confirm that we are getting Nosferatu Zod. And maybe one day. I mean, they did that big old One Piece.
Yeah, in the One Piece, yep. They will.
Give us some Nosferatu Zod demon or apostle form, man.
They will. For how well these SH Figuarts Berserk figures are selling, they're gonna milk this sucker like Dragon Ball Z.
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. But that's not it. Oh, actually, there was another figure here. I didn't put it in this show, but we're also getting Shrike. She's a little like fairy witch. So cool to get more figures for the main team as well as villains. So exciting for Berserk there to get more of these figures. All right, let's jump over to Figma. Figma also announced a couple figures that I'm excited for. We're getting an Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, and Figma. I love the paintwork of that like bronze patina that they did here. Man, so beautiful. I do wish, and it could just be the lighting, but that his the LEDs in his eyes were a little bit brighter of a paint blue. But other than that, like this thing looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too. You're right. Something that you could do is just like add a thin stripe white, just to kind of make it illusion.
Just to pop it.
Maybe should have done that themselves. But I like how many kind of video game characters Figma has been doing, because now the issue of them being 5.5 inches does not matter because of how big of the catalog now there is of video game figures that Figma has done. And I'm just starting to realize, like, with this Dead Space, I'm like, they've actually done a lot of, popular American video game characters. And so it's really cool to see them continue that. No,
it's just cool. And to get Isaac, I think is awesome. And he comes with this little fusion cutter or whatever. Another one here, they are doing their Elden Ring Raging Wolf figure here. Just continuing up their Elden Ring line. And again, we're seeing that right?
They're going head to head, toe to toe.
You release one, I'll
toe-to-toe.
release one. You release one, I release one. And they are different, right? Like they didn't announce a Melina. They're doing a Raging Wolf. SC Figuarts didn't announce a Raging Wolf.
It's true.
Interesting. See how that works out. But very intricate in the armor. You know, it's Figma. I trust Figma toys. All right, let's take it around the net. See what's going on, ATN friends. Something I'm excited for. Sparrow Toys, or Spiro, I'm not sure how to exactly pronounce
Spiro
this.
Toys.
Spiro Toys. Those are the guys that make the AWOC figures, the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom series. For me, like, yeah, those animals are cool, but I didn't really vibe with them. They weren't for me. And that's okay, right? Josh loves them, right?
Oh, heck yeah. Planet of the Apes, baby.
Yeah, but they announced their new line. I'm so happy that this little company is able to fund a whole new separate line. Like, there's been enough interest in their current toy line for AWOC that they're able to jump on and do another line. They are doing a Bushido samurai and folklore line. And man, this is their first kind of little renders. But dude, I'm excited.
And like Jason, the creator, like, I knew he was a fan of Naruto, and I love that he's kind of infusing that here. Like, you got the ninja headband. And
yeah.
These are just gonna sell. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's kind of like what I told you about. Like, you can do any warriors from any era, and people are going to be excited about it. Like, this is just going to sell like hotcakes. And not only that, I'm so excited that we're getting kind of, you know, a samurai ninja line that's not done by Foosh Toys, because the Foosh Toys were, sorry guys, they were some of the worst 6-inch action figures I've ever purchased, on the level of Mattel and like Jack's Toys. That's the level that I put Foosh Toys on. And I've bought in Spiro Toys before. Their plastic quality is leagues ahead of Foosh Toys. It's on par with, for me, it almost feels like the Hasbro plastic that he's using.
Wow.
And not only that, he brought in one of the lead sculptors that works on the Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe lines to sculpt these for him.
Really?
Yes. So,
oh boy.
He poached one of the lead Hasbro sculptors and outsourced him. So you just know that the articulation scheme, the sculpt work, is going to be Hasbro, Marvel Legends, and G.I. Joe classified.
And that's top tier for Hasbro, right? That's Hasbro's top tier.
Yeah.
The G.I. Joe, like, the detailing in their military like esque figures is amazing, and the articulation and the innovation that they have in Marvel Legends is great.
Such a smart move by
Jason. Wow.
To get more expertise, you know.
And I was just purely excited off of the fact that they're doing samurais. Now learning all this from you, oh my god! Hopefully, I don't know if they'll do a Kickstarter on this or if they'll just release figures as a wave. But I want them all. I'm about this.
Me too. And that's a really great question, John. Because I don't think he's going to do the Kickstarter. Just because Kickstarter is more to gain an audience. He kind of has an audience with AWOC, and the AWOC Wave 2 and 3 have all been released on his official website.
Okay.
You know, just so that he can save on fees.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish there was a Kickstarter, because you get that Kickstarter discount, you know? Maybe just for
as a new wave, a new line, I mean.
Well, no, just for a capital funding purposes, right?
Right, because it is new sculpts.
Because he's going to have to do new sculpts, because he is a kind of a smaller company, he's going to need to round up a lot of capital. And that's for Kickstarters. Like, even with the Four Horsemen, when they were doing their video game, they went back to Kickstarter for the sake of trying to amass capital when they did those.
And they were years in there already, like their waves, right? Yeah. So that is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between it. I don't know what he'll do, if he'll release them on his website or Kickstarter. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm excited though, Jason. I'm in, man.
And guess what? I saw the comments. Everybody's in. This is gonna go deep. It's gonna go deep.
And I love that he did samurai and folklore. Like, that, does that open it up to cryptids? You know me, I like cryptids. I'm excited.
Cryptids, creatures, and it's like, because he knows, like, people don't want humans. We want crazy characters.
Or like just classic versions of old warriors, man.
Yeah, and like even like samurai demon people, you know, anything.
Some Onis, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, but yeah, there's a Bushido new line from Spiro Toys, and can't wait. All right, let's take it over to Haya. They are giving us a super exquisite scale, so it's kind of more of their competitors to Menesco. They are giving us a Universal Soldier. This is an old 80s and 90s movies. I love that they're doing more of those 80s, 90s movies, action movies, you know.
Sick.
Leaves room for future things, but $90 here for a full military sim, cloth good, jumpsuit. I mean, just a lot of cloth goods, right? Even that pouch on his leg is cloth good.
It's so crazy. And, it's kind of like what we talked about, where like that idea would sell because of the demographics of action figure collectors. If you do like action figure heroes, 80s action movie heroes, they're gonna sell that. And the fact that this is the second one, like after John Rambo, there's gonna be more. Now I know that it's not just a one-off John Rambo thing. They're gonna do more.
They're gonna go deep. I mean, here we got the Universal Soldier, which means you need his villain. And do we go into the future and get a Kurt Russell soldier?
I hope. I would love that.
It's deep.
But get a Kurt Russell head sculpt.
Yeah, like a young Kurt
at highest quality. Yeah.
And I mean, it might not seem like there's a lot of ADS action movies, but it does run deep. There was a golden age of action movies.
Yes.
Just jacked out dudes, big explosions, cheesy with lines. There's a wealth of characters they could do.
Yeah, I'm excited. I hope they continue it.
And honestly, to get the young versions or like the iconic versions of all the Expendables would be sick.
Dude, yeah. You could essentially make your own Expendables stick.
Like the young Expendables, right?
Like give me a Jet Li, a Jackie Chan, a Chuck Norris, a Transporter.
Yeah, Statham, Terry Crews.
Man.
Mel Gibson, dude. You could get
give us any Arnie, any movie.
What's his name? Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, baby.
Yeah, so cool that Hyatt is doing this. Here's everything you're getting with him. And again, just at that $90 price point, they are targeting that demographic, man. I think it's perfect. We'll see what else
like crazy that like we're getting more 112 people in the game that doing like kind of competing against Mexico, because not only that, but Joy Toy, the people who do a lot of the Warhammer stuff, and I did a review on like the Mecha. They only were 3 3/4 inch. They're now doing 6-inch fully cloth figures. Now they're really expensive. They're like $100. But they're now doing
sim, future sim,
like basically whatever they want. There's kind of like some cyberpunk-esque people, some samurai people, just like whatever they want.
Wow. And that Joy Toy they make good toys.
Beautiful, yeah. Very beautiful.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, kind of more players in the field there.
Exactly. It's good.
Yeah, we as collectors win.
Strong.
Yes, yeah.
Mythic Legions is strong. Like, it's good to see more players. Exactly.
Yeah, and we don't always have to just rely on Hasbro or McFarlane. Like, we got this variety and different quality levels, right? If you want to go full in articulation, full in detail, cloth goods, you have your routes. So that is really cool. We as collectors all benefit from it. All right, friends. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for us today on our weekly Toy News podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. We are going to go ahead and talk about we're going to mull over our picks of the week. But while we're doing that, we are doing our road to 1,000 subscriber, and we are so close, dude. Finally hit that 900 mark.
We're in the final leg, yeah.
We're in the final stretch here, man. I really want to get rid of these figures. I don't want them in my house anymore. Take them away. So make sure you guys are commenting down your pick of the weeks down below. John's going to tell you all the details. Here we go. Today we are announcing our road to 1,000 subscribers giveaway. In this giveaway, we're going to give away one lucky subscriber, their choice, this figure or this. So we're looking at a Migs Mayfield, as well as Art Commander Havoc. All right, and once we have reached our goal of 1,000 subscribers, we will pick a global winner across all of our weekly podcast episodes. So make sure you're commenting down each week for multiple entries into the giveaway. Be sure that you are subscribed to our channel if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our content here. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to show some love and smash that like button. All right, let's head back to the pick of the weeks. All right, welcome back. Josh, what are you thinking? What is your pick of this week?
Let's see.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, there's good stuff. I'm going to go with the SH Figuarts Sun Gohan, just because I'm so excited that they're introducing soft goods to Dragon Ball Z. After years, right? This line has been going on for years.
Yeah.
And for the first time they're using soft goods, I love that figure. And the 3.0 articulation looks great.
It does look good. I'm going to go Spiro Toys Bushido. I think that's a lot of my excitement went to this figure. Yeah, like I love Berserk. Nosferatu Side's sick. to get, all these SJ Figuarts, especially from shows that are like not even out yet, is cool. More Naruto figures is great, but the most excitement I felt was coming from that Bushido line, man.
Because it's a new line. It's very exciting, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Bushido as my pick of the week. Friends, make sure you can leave your comment down below so you can be entered in your chance to win a couple of figures for free. We're doing our giveaway. We're so close. We're almost there. Help us get there. Spread the word. If you have friends that are just looking for weekly updates on news, action figure news, as well as specials that we do here that we kind of cover different things, check out our Black Friday video, as well as our favorite horror figures that we would want from NECA. Check those out, friends. But as always, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.